You know, some of the most faithful people you'll ever meet won't ever trend on social media. They won't post their devotions. They won't quote scripture in every conversation they have. They won't tell you how many hours they prayed this week. But, you know, when their boss asks them to fudge a number, they refuse. When their friend is in crisis at midnight, they show up. When the room around them is full of gossip, they get quiet. You know, that's evidence of authentic faith. It's not a performance. It's a steady pattern over time. You know, Matthew 6:1 warns us about practicing righteousness in front of others to simply be seen by them. But you see, Jesus wasn't against visibility, but he was against performance that was dressed up as devotion. There's a big difference there. So here's a simple test you can run on yourself this week. Notice what you do when no one else is watching. Really take note of it. Notice what you say when there's no audience. Notice how you treat the person you meet this week who can't do anything for you. That's just a small peek into your real spiritual life. Everything else is just appearances. You know, I've spent decades around men and women who carry strong faith. Notice I said strong faith and not perfect faith. The loudest believers I've met were often the least consistent. The quiet ones, however, were usually the most reliable. Now, that's not a general rule, but it is a pattern worth examining. If your faith only shows up on Sunday morning or in your posted captions, it's not authentic faith, at least not yet. It's still just aesthetic. Real faith costs you something. It costs you resisting the comfortable lie. It costs you the easy compromise. It costs you the version of yourself that wants to be admired more than you want to be true to yourself and to God. Galatians 6:9 says, "Don't grow weary in doing good, for in due season you will reap, if you do not give up." Notice the words "in due season." You see, authentic faith works and becomes openly apparent over time. It doesn't need applause today because it's working towards something much greater. So here's the question, my friend. If you strip away every public marker of your faith, the social bio line, the verse on the wall, the weekly church check-in, what would be left? And whatever that is, well, that's what you truly believe in. So start there, build from there, and let consistency follow that. My new book, How to Live an Authentic, Godly Life, walks through this in much, much detail. It's about real faith, consistent faith, transforming faith. And it releases on June 15th. So until next time, my friend, live well, and most importantly, live authentically.